There we go. Hello, happy Saturday. I know it's like 6 p.m. here, Pacific Standard Time, Mountain Time where I'm at, 6 p.m. Kind of a late start. Hi, Roselia, my baby girl. Punk. Anyhow, here is today's poll. Today is a Saturn day. Saturdays ruled by Saturn. Saturn is the planet of structures and also our systems, our governmental systems, our ruling systems, and how we run shit. So Saturn is always asking us, is this how you want things to go? And Saturn especially has had so many transits in this past year to really shake things up and make us revisit what is working and what is not working. So just pay attention to that on Saturdays. How do you do things? How do you structure things? So my Ascended Masters that showed up for today, Krishna showed up. And I can probably count on one hand the amount of times that he has actually shown up for me in the past years that I've had the deck, that I've owned the deck. And there are other connections to Krishna that actually come up for me, but he has rarely come up for me. But this is very much a validation and synchronicity for me that I am being watched and am not alone on my path. So it actually says, trust your spiritual guidance, which I do. I am very obedient to spirit. And it says, your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. And so unconditional love is love without conditions. Try to use that new verbiage because we use unconditional love so much that it has become washed out. People really don't feel the meaning of that anymore. So when you say loving without conditions versus unconditional love, you can feel the difference. And sometimes we need to shake up our vocabulary in order for us to still hold the truth of words in here, the feels of it, because the feels are always more important than the mind. The whole point is to soften the brain with the heart. And when you do that, it keeps you heart-centered. So, Haniel showed up again, and I am beginning to create a relationship with her because in all of her facets in this deck, she shows up again, and again. This is her moon cycles, but she carries all the cycles, emotional cycles, the cycles of the sea, the moon cycles. And so Haniel also has the passion card in this deck and then the sensitivity card. So the emotions, the passion, moon cycles. And we are coming into a new moon tomorrow. And so I will be doing my burning here before I finish today's video so that you can see, because tomorrow is the day that we make the new focus wheels. So the eve of the new moon is when you burn your old focus wheels. And so Saint Germain showed up, and I love that he showed up because I talked about it yesterday that Merlin was one of Saint Germain's incarnations, that he has come back many times. So Merlin is one of his incarnations, and so is King Solomon. And King Solomon was brand new. That has never showed up for me, and he showed up twice in the past week. And then Merlin showed up twice. And so I was like, that's interesting. So now he's showing up again, but it has the beautiful Merkaba. And so the Merkaba is the vehicle of the spirit to transcend the body, but also to connect to all the dimensions. And I do that actually through my heart, because the heart is like a Taurus, and that's where I do that. So the second layer of cards is my inner circle, my family, my closest relationships. And so I got Sacred Journey, life cycles, family, and transformation. And there is some transformation happening in those relationships, most especially my children, because they are adults now. And so like really working on them being more independent of me and me demanding more of my independence from them instead of having to mother them so closely. So that is true. And that is our sacred journey. And the moon card that showed up for me today is prosperity lies ahead. And so one of the messages of this card is good, that I need to take myself out of the scarcity mindset because prosperity is mine. And so I do like that, because right now with this Chiron, we're meant to be healing any old wounds, so any grit that is still there. Thank you, Amanda. I just got hello, beautiful sister. Hello to you, gorgeous sister. And so you've got the love. This has shown up for me quite a bit in the past few weeks, actually since Chiron has gone retrograde. And so this talks about me embodying the love that is without conditions, so much so that I tend to take people for their potential, because I can see that unconditional loving spirit in everyone. And so that's, and we just talked about this the other day, that I have to become better at being human so that I don't do this, because this has gotten me in lots of trouble. And so this card is saying that I end up over giving because I'm taking them on the potential. So to be very careful that even though I can see that unconditional loving nature of someone, that does not mean that they are embodying that they are even doing the work to become that. But all of us house that, right, inside the skin. So it's a good reminder. And so Merkaba, I knew it too. As soon as I pulled this one, I said, I bet you I will get the Merkaba today in my sacred geometry deck, and I did. And so the Merkaba is mind, body, spirit, Merkaba, but it's a vehicle. It's the upward pointing pyramid, which represents masculine energy, fire, air, the sword. And then the downward pointing pyramid is the feminine energy, water, earth, and the chalice, right? So them intersecting each other creates this 3D vehicle that if you do the meditation where you actually suspended in the center of it, transports you. It's a very powerful meditation, actually. And then Between Worlds. Between Worlds talks about being in between. So this did not come up in the reverse, it showed up upright. So it talks about how I have already come into a completion, but yet not moving into the newness. So in this in between, the doing and the not doing yet, but in the creating of the next, that I have to take pause to integrate everything that I've learned about what I've released, creating space for that which is coming in, but to be comfortable with feeling like nothingness right now. And that is where I'm at. So this was a good reminder to like just chill the fuck out, basically, and not feel so uncomfortable with that. And so hear the sacred sounds. Oh shoot, I don't know. Oh, here it is. So Chrysocolla showed up again. And remember the extended meaning of this, because I know I always speak my heart, so that's not why this is coming up for me. So I had to read the extended meaning. And so the extended meaning was owning my voice as a teacher to lovingly guide others. And I am a bitch ass about claiming that for myself. I mean, I do these things, but to go and call myself a teacher is very new. Even though others have given me that title, it's very new for me to even be giving myself that title. But this lovely gift was from Patrice, but this is Chrysocolla, polished Chrysocolla. Pretty, right? And then the Star Mother Arrakis. And so this deck, I love this deck, and I underlined a bunch. So I'm going to read that to you because this card came up the other day, and it talks a lot about dancing. But the poem, the Rumi poem is, be the king who has made his own kingdom. Be the moon that has made her own summit. How much longer will you coo like a pigeon? Empty your head of all mortal lusts and become life without breath. You will not call out for God anymore, for you have become immersed in God. And I love that. So it talks about dancing freely from my heart, but it says, what better way to connect with the joy and beauty of your soul than to mimic its movement? So dance, beloved. Let your being dance. And I love that. But it says that no bully shall prevail over me. No bully from within shall prevail either. And I love that, because I do tend to hold myself accountable so much sometimes that it can be considered borderline bullying and self-deprecating. And so I love that reminder to really be aware of how you're parenting yourself or guiding yourself. Even if you are radically obedient to spirit the way I am, to be very aware of how are you guiding yourself through that guidance. Are you saying, come on, Sherry, fucking get with it? That's bullying. Or are you saying, wow, okay, I can do this. Yes, you can do this. Amanda says, I love that. We can be our biggest bullies. And so even like the negative, when you look at yourself, or, oh, that was dumb, like saying things like that, I'm such a dummy, or, oh, I'm such a goofball. Or someone said the other day that she was a dodo, and I was like, hey. And she goes, well, that's a term of endearment in my family. That's how we grew up. And I'm like, is it really though? I mean, think about those things that your family, those nicknames that maybe your family gave you. And my nickname growing up was Shaz. And I loved that until my brother started calling me Shaz the Spaz. And I wasn't a spaz. I mean, I was kind of like dreamy and not in my body a lot, but so maybe I was a spaz, who knows? Anyhow, I'm gonna burn my old focus wheel. And so my old focus wheel to let this go is that I am the Holy Grail. I am passion personified. I am the phoenix that rises from the sea. My light reveals truth. I am inspiration. I love all creation. I heal the beloveds. I am love. I live truth. My presence reveals God. Love is my nature. Love is my being. Love is my way. And so we're gonna see if this motherfucker burns. I'm gonna get an offering. So I'm gonna put my shell right here. Make an offering. This is beautiful loose incense. Smells good. This is their sensuality blend. So making my offering. We're gonna see what we gonna see. I hope this motherfucker burns. Where's my lighter? So the new focus wheels we're gonna make tomorrow. Yes, Elizabeth, burn, baby, burn. We're gonna see. So making a new focus wheel for the new moon is tomorrow for Lionsgate. Yes, bitch. So burned very well. All gone. So last month, what didn't burn was the I am passion personified. So I actually wrote it again on this month's focus wheel. So it's completely burned. I don't have to add any of these spokes to next month's, but I already had, I'm brainstorming for for next month because of this Lion's Gate, that I was having a conversation. She's actually here, best friend Stephanie, and she said, I wish I could see myself the way you see me. I said, well, fuck, I wish I could see myself the way you see me. Damn, that's gonna be my focus wheel right there. I want to see myself that way because we are our biggest bullies. So I want to see myself absent of the bully of Sherry. That's what I want to see. Absent of someone who's like looking for the things that need to be improved, but rather the things that are already fucking phenomenal. So that is going to be my focus wheel tomorrow. So happy New Moon Eve, y'all. Happy Lionsgate Portal Eve, y'all. So it's really intense energy. You could be experiencing headaches or a purging in the body. You could be experiencing, like I've been feeling kind of spacey. This is how spacey I was feeling. Yesterday after my sessions, I was gonna go to dinner with my son, and I love stout. So there's this one place that actually makes their own beers and stouts. So I ordered a coconut stout, and I had it with a meal. But man, I felt so drunk after just the one thing with a meal. And I was like, dang, I really am not grounded for this to be affecting me this profoundly. But so it can make your body more sensitive to things like that. Like if you're smoking weed or drinking or doing plant medicine, just be aware of that your bodies are very open right now, because Lionsgate is a portal where Sirius is aligning with our sun. And so it opens portals, which thins the veil between the spirit world and earth. And so you are way more open. So any space in your body where you're holding more trauma, emotion, or it's more congested is a better way to say it. That's probably where you're experiencing that. So if you tend to be in your head a lot, like my daughter, she had really bad headache. Nausea would be the solar plexus, like palpitations, anxiety, all of that would be heart. Sacral would be like stomach upset or like really heavy cramping or bleeding in your cycle. And then the root would be like either purging, like diarrhea, or constipation. So just feel into those things, see how you're doing, and take care of yourself. So that's the spread for today. Thank you so much. And for all you local people, I am extending an invitation for tomorrow's Breathwork Circle at Studio Y. It starts at 6 p.m. and we'll be doing focus wheels there, and then breathing. So breathing that intention into the ether. So have a beautiful night. Happy Saturn Day. And thank you for sharing your most valuable commodity with me, your time and your energy. And I am sorry for any disharmony that I myself have created. Please forgive me. Thank you for this opportunity. I love you, I love you, I love you. Wait, is that a question? Yay, Amanda's gonna be there. And I think Diana said she's coming too, so it'll be cool. All right, have a beautiful night. I feel like I zoomed through that